I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's your boy, Don Wannabe, back in the house once again.
Man,
bro, we can just end this reaction right now. I don't need to see anymore. I don't need to hear anymore. He said it all when he said, I'm the one that's controversial, but Cardi B's an inspiration to 12-year-old girls. That's all I need to hear. That's it. That's it. There's enough truth right there that we could just end this now. Thank you, guys. Peace. Love y'all.
40 truth bombs. All right, you guys. Now, this is Tom MacDonald, fake woke. I have seen this before, but Don has not seen this. So this is a blind reaction for Don. Never seen it. And I just think it's fun to go back because I'm seeing where
How
Tom
old
is.
Is the song? Is it new?
No, it's not new. I think this was dropped when me and you were doing Culture War stuff 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
This came out 2 years ago. So I remember this one catching a wave.
People are like, how have you not seen this?
Yeah, exactly. But let's get into it, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the content. If you really rock with the vibe, subscribe. Here we go.
40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, you guys. Let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Now, before that, don't forget to support our original content on the channel. I'm a hip-hop artist, so I drop music videos, rap songs. We freestyle off the top of the brain. We have some really cool interviews, an interview with Tech9 and Ren. So check out the channel for the original content. Also, I just dropped a rap remix to Rich Men, North of Richmond. I would love for you guys to check that out and give me some feedback in the comments. Let me know what you think of it. And yeah, let's get it. This is Tom MacDonald, fake woke. We're going to get into it, man. So I'm going to bring it back because he comes in swinging quick.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American.
Hold up, bro. Oh my gosh.
Let me take a little sip.
Bless him. Bless his little soul.
Because everyone got mad at us when we did our, what was it, the realist reaction?
Bro, I'm saying, isn't it funny how one side gets canceled? Just one side. You know what I mean? Like it's.
But it's a pendulum because it used to be the conservatives canceling the left.
Well, I'm just talking about in this current era, you
Okay.
know, I had brought this up. We've kind of discussed it. It's like, isn't it crazy how M never got canceled? Because he said the wild, most gay bashing, anti-women things out there, and he's never gotten canceled. But then he's, you know, stepping up for the, you know, the D's, the Dem party. And so it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe they're just like, I'm going to gloss over it. We're not going to turn the outrage mob on him because he's supporting our candidate.
Yeah, Bryson
or knocking the candidate that we don't like.
They have taken Bryson Gray's music off of Spotify and YouTube for saying things that weren't even as crazy as Eminem in a sense. It's just more directed, like, because he has a biblical faith, and they censor the music and take it off the internet. It's.
Have you ever heard the Sean Ryan show?
No.
Okay, he's like a Navy SEAL, CIA guy.
We're 25 seconds in. Yo, all right, go. Just remind you, there's only 25 seconds of the song that's played.
Oh, I know. I was just going to say that he's had several podcasts taken over, and he said the only reason he thinks, you know, that they were taken down was because he talked about his newfound faith in Christianity. He's like, we didn't talk about anything controversial. The theme between these videos is that I talked about my conversion to Christianity. So I'm just like tripping out. I'm not even, you know,
You're not religious, I know.
I'm not religious like that, but when I hear that, that's highly concerning. And the other thing I just want to shout out right now is the fact that he, you know, called out the fact that, hey, we've got all these rappers on the top 40 talking about Xanax. Like you have free reign to talk about killing people, you know, pimping,
drugs,
you know, giving drugs to men, letting them pass out so that you can rob them.
I know. Oh, I know. I'm here. I'm a rapper. They took my song Freedom of Speech off YouTube while all the stuff you just mentioned is at the top of the charts. My song has been taken off of YouTube, Freedom of Speech. You can find it on Spotify, but not on YouTube.
And there's a video out there of Busy Bone talking about how he sat, or he knew somebody that was sat on this industry meeting back in the 90s, talking about how they wanted to direct hip hop in a certain direction. Now, I don't know. Is that really what happened? But when you listen to the stuff that's being promoted,
here we go, you guys.
And now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, cause you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need the chains. They gave us tiny screens, we think we free cause we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue cause they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name, when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food and my family, without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about.
damn, he's got so many lines. I'm like trying to remember things to call out. But one of the ones that to me is just a bar is he said, they teach us to walk and talk, but now as kids, they teach us to walk and talk. Now as adults, they're telling us to sit down and shut up. That just goes hard to me.
And that's one of the ones that slip by because the other ones are so obvious, but so the way he makes these schemes, you're just like, bro, it's just like, hey, it's like political haymaker after haymaker. You're like, why is he telling me so much truth? Ah, it's crazy, bro. He's got mad points. It's messed up because I have a lot of homies in the industry that I'm actually really close with, and they just don't like, they're like, bro, he blah. And I'm like, then I listen to his music. I'm like, bro, this is true. I mean, where's the lying? And what's funny is if you really digest this stuff and dissect it, he's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Because he's like, a Republican, you're a bigot. A left, you're a libtard. Like, it's fun. Like, he's just calling it how he sees it. And that's what,
like, even when he talks about, like, you know, I just want to have my Thanksgiving dinner without saying I'm promoting Indian genocide or, indigenous genocide. And it's just crazy because there's so much nonsense that's going on right now. It's like, you see all these speeches. We want to acknowledge that this is taken on stolen land. The speech is transpiring on stolen land that was owned by the bitch. Shut up. Give up your house. Like, if you want to talk all this woke bullshit about how we live on stolen land, I'm getting angry because I walked into my son's school. They don't have an American flag. We took him out of the school. They don't have an American flag, but they have a map of the U.S. that says there can be no justice on stolen land. And when I see these, people saying that we want to do a land acknowledgement that this speech is being held on stolen land, I'm like, then give up your fucking home. If you're really about it, give up your home to a native person. Then I will know that you're really about that life. Otherwise, shut the hell up, and I don't want to hear your meaningless speech about, and I am technically 20% indigenous for what it's worth, Native American, literally. So
I already know, man. I ask these questions in my head back and forth. I have so many things running through my bloodline.
Yeah.
But the one thing I did learn through, I didn't even go through the therapy sessions like that, but therapists always tell you dig for all this trauma so you can let it go. So if we're not going to let go of the trauma, not forget, but let go so we can build a better America, where are we going to go? It's just that simple, you guys.
Well, what bothers me is when I see these people that are like white digging up this trauma, but then they're not doing anything about it really. Like nothing is being gained from you being like, oh, this speech is happening on stolen land.
Yeah.
Like I said.
I already know. And then they want to tell me to shut up. I'm like, yeah, I'm black. What the? You over here trying to go hard for me, then tell me to shut up because I have my own mind? What the?
They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake, whoa, same old, safe zones. They so fake, whoa, facts don't care about your feelings.
We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase, but you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy, say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right.
They so fake, whoa, facts don't.
Yo, he summoned his inner Slim Shady on that bar.
Is he religious like that?
I don't think he is. I don't know. I know he's more of like libertarian. Like he's more in the middle of things. Like I know his ideology, but the thing is, even
I'm just wondering if he's like, if he's religious because of the way.
I know
what is crazy, man, is you've known me my whole life.
Yeah. He's the one who turned me into a leftist for the most part.
Yes.
This is true.
I've never been like a religious person, right? Until now. Now I'm like...
I've been religious my whole life.
Now I'm gravitating more in that direction because I see what feels like they're trying to stomp this out, and the absence of a unifying belief system is leading to all of this, just... decay in society. That's all. The only way I can explain it is that I see this decay.
Regardless of what religion, like people, well, priests are doing this and that. I get it. But there's a value in structure and moral principles. And essentially, if you take all the dust and nonsense that comes with religion, because there is that, because humans are frickin' humans.
Yeah.
There's priests, but at the same time, there's weird stuff going on everywhere else.
Yeah.
I got you. And I'm talking
But it feels like that there is an absence of values that is leading to a massive...
stripped. And you see it in American society and Western culture because we stripped it more. Then you go to these places like Japan and you're like, why are these people so loving? Why is this so beautiful? Why is everyone chilling? You're like, because there's a belief system that connects them all.
There's a lot more. I mean, that's it. Yeah, it's not just belief. There's, it's... a society that's
the society comes together because of some of these principles you're saying are lacking here.
Yeah.
So I totally agree.
Care about feelings, they know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake, whoa, same old, safe zones. They so fake, whoa, facts don't care about your feelings.
All right, I got one more thing to say, and then we can write off. Because this is the problem with this type of shit, man. Is that anytime that you put this type of music in front of me, then this has the possibility of turning into a 45-minute reaction.
Yes.
Because it brings up so much stuff. But the one thing I wanted to just touch on, I will just say the left, right, is very mad because these figures are arising, right? You have your Jordan Petersons, you have even your Sneakos, you have your Andrew Tate, your Top G's, right? You have your Fresh and Fit, and they are angry because they don't approve of these versions of masculinity. You know,
the messaging.
Andrew Tate is a misogynist. Right. Jordan Peterson is a bigot. Like all of these things, right? But then when I look, I say, well, A, it's speaking to a problem. that men don't have people that they feel that they can look up to? B, what is your version? Why is it that the left can't seem to put a version of masculinity up there?
It's Biden.
This is what I'm saying. This is their version.
I already know, bro. You see,
and
bro,
then they get so mad because they're just
and
like,
it's turning-
no, don't look at this person
Dude,
as a you know, a role model. Do not look at them. They're bad role models.
It's turning on them so bad, too. They need to have conversations because they're going to lose the strong part of their base. Because I'm like, dude, rappers that I never thought are like coming out on Twitter, Trump 2024.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Like, bro, and I'm not a Trump guy. I just don't get triggered by Trump. I'm just like, yo, he's cool in my book, but I'm not a Trump dude. And I'm like, yo, dude, it's crazy. It is crazy.
And it's a real question. Like, you know me, I've always considered myself more left-leaning, but I'm looking at the landscape, and this is a legitimate question. A, why is it that the left can't seem to put forward a role model that men will rally behind? What is going on that you can't seem to, all you can do is tear down the men that are rising as role models? Because I genuinely can't think of somebody like who? Destiny?
No. So they would put up Obama. They would probably they try to put up The Rock.
Yes.
You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Which I know what you're saying, but it's like they don't it's just the working out The Rock does is, I don't know, it just seems like that's problematic to them. They're like it's weird. I know what you're saying. And I'm trying to play devil's advocate here because you know I lean, you know where I lean.
Again, it's a legitimist question. It's like, who
let us know in the comments
to look to as men that represents
your
your values, the leftist values? Is it Hassan Piker? Is that who we're supposed to look up to?
Bro,
Destiny?
I'm a simple man. I like beans and rice, Don. You ask the questions that can't be answered.
Please put it in the chat. Tell me who are the liberal
Let's go.
leftist men that I should look towards for guidance that are the opposite of the misogyny and bigoted messages that are being put forth by the top G and Jordan Peterson. Let me know who should be the guiding light of masculinity that I should follow.
You guys, let me know if you want me to put Don in front of more Tom MacDonald and catch him up. He don't know. All right, you guys, like, share, and comment on all the content. If you really rock with the vibe, subscribe. 40.
Thank you for being some man. 40
That
is
song,
down
American
the road back
Flag
again.
and Your America just dropped. Fire. It's so crazy.